On this week's episode of Mr. Official World of Business, we're going to talk about insurance fraud. Right now, fraud is up all over our country for various reasons, but something that we're seeing in the industry is an uptick in fraud. A few things you should know about insurance fraud. A lot of people feel like insurance companies never pay out, even though individuals pay their premium every month. And keep in mind, the insurance company role is to make you whole. It's not to put you in a better situation. It's not to put you in a worse situation. It's to make you whole. So I find a lot of times when people are frustrated with claims processes or things of that sort, not all the time, but sometimes they may exaggerate the truth. And that is where insurance fraud comes into play. Insurance fraud can be you staging a claim. It could be you exaggerating a claim. It could be being involved in a claim. And it's just lying to the insurance company. So there are great fines, penalties, restitution, and even jail time. And it depends on how much money is involved based on the severity of that felony. So that is something that you want to avoid at all costs. Story time real quick. I had a customer at one point that made a business of having cars stolen, allegedly. So this individual would get liability on his policies initially. He would then call when the office hours are closed to speak to a call center representative and make it full coverage. And then mysteriously, days, sometimes a week later, the longest, that vehicle would disappear. Okay. Now, eventually, the insurance company caught on because the stories behind how the cars were getting stolen was outlandish. But I will say this, the money that he received in claims, not only was he responsible for paying those claims back, but he also found himself in a situation where he had to possibly get an attorney. I'm not sure how everything ended up, but it's one of those things that you want to avoid. Again, if your vehicle is stolen, your insurance company job is to replace that vehicle, give you the value of that vehicle. But if you're thinking that, hey, I have jewelry that I'm going to say is missing, these insurance investigators and these insurance claim reps, they are trained to look at every scenario of fraud possible. In most cases, there's always one thing that I have noticed in my experience that people forget that they leave out when committing a crime with insurance fraud. And it's usually something very critical that someone that has that experience can pinpoint immediately. So you want to stay away from those claims. Again, I know as a people right now, everything is higher. A lot of people feel like, hey, insurance is something I don't need to pay or I shouldn't have to pay. But it's a great tool. It's a great tool. Think about it. Your car gets in an accident, $35,000 worth of damage. How many people have $35,000 to put into a vehicle being repaired? That's where your insurance company come in. But trying to evade the insurance company and have them pay out more or do different things where, you're going to get a higher payout or you're going to submit claims and damage things further to make it look worse. It's a great risk involved with that. So freedom is priceless. Maintain your freedom. Learn more about insurance so you know how your policy works versus how it don't work. That way you won't find yourself in a situation blaming your agent for not educating you when you're mailed out declaration pages, but you'll be a better consumer because you're aware of what you have and what you need. So until next time, Mr. Official World of Business, like, share, subscribe. If there's anything that you want to know about insurance, whether it's saving money, life insurance, homeowners insurance, leave it in the comments. I'll make sure I'll address it at some point.